All right, so here are your notes for today. Let me get my pen. We are still in Unit 2. This is our last day for Topic 1. Today we're going to talk about inequalities. When is your quiz on this? Tomorrow, okay? Your Topic 1 quiz is tomorrow. You better have paper out. Mr. Clark, Taylor, some paper, come on. Yeah, it's fine. Just get on some paper, write on something. Okay? And your quiz is tomorrow, in case you already forgot that. Your quiz is tomorrow the 6th. Okay? So we got to know a few things before we can graph inequalities. We're going to do a quick review. If I have brackets, it's because I have what type of circle on my graph? A closed circle. Very good. And if I have a closed circle, that means my inequalities have to have what underneath them? An equal sign, the equal bar. Okay, so here's the new part. When I am physically graphing, if I have a bracket, a closed circle, or an equal bar, I have to have a solid line. It'll be called two things. Some people will call it solid, or some people will call it closed. Either word works. Okay, solid or closed. Now, if I have parentheses, it's because I have an open circle. An open circle means I just have a less than or greater than. There's no equal bar. And then I'm going to have a dashed or a dotted line. So you'll hear three words. You'll hear dashed, you'll hear dotted, or you'll hear open. All three of those words are acceptable. Dashed, dotted, open. Okay? So if I go tell you I have an equation, y is greater than negative 2/3 x plus 6. Okay, we're going to graph these in a few minutes. Right now, we're just going to make a short little sketch. I know that since it has a negative slope, it's pointing up and to the left. Is this graph going to have a solid line or a dotted line? A dotted line. This right here tells me it's going to have a dotted line. Okay? Now, here's the hardest part of the entire Unit 2. Okay? Where do I shade? An inequality shows me a region, not a specific point like we did last week. It's an entire region. There's lots of different answers. How do I say this? Y is what? Greater than. So if I put my pencil on my line, if I need a y that is greater than this line, am I going to go to the top or to the bottom? I'm going to go to the top. So I'm going to shade everything on the top. Okay? Let's try one more, and then we will actually do a real graph together. Y is less than or equal to 4x minus 1. Is this graph, is the line going to be dotted or solid? It's going to be solid. This equal sign tells me it's going to be solid. I know that it's a positive slope, so it's going to point up to the right. Now it says y is less than. So if I put my pencil on there and I want to move in the y direction, if I move less than that line, am I going above it or below it? I'm going to go below. Okay? Questions so far? Okay, those are our notes today. So right now you need to be in Class Kick, page 4, and we're going to go do problem number 3 together. So in your Class Kit, go to page 4. going to do problem 3 on your tablet. So if you have your stylus, get your stylus out. Okay? Today, you cannot use the line tool because it doesn't have a dotted line, so you're going to have to draw. So if you don't have a stylus, you're going to have to use your finger. Okay? So here we go. We're going to do it semi-quick. My first equation says y is less than or equal to 1/2 x plus 2. First thing to think, is my line going to be solid or dotted? It's going to be solid. I know this is going to be a solid line. So let's graph it real quick. Plus 2. I have a slope of 1/2. That means up 1 and right 2. So up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. You should hopefully be graphing this on your graph. And if I have a solid line, I'm going to connect all my points in one solid line. Okay? Now, the hardest part. Am I shading above or below? Am I shading above or below? I'm shading below. Why below? No, it's what? It's less than. So less than means I'm going to shade below. Y'all would be very wise if you did one line, shade that line. Do the second line, shade that line. Don't try to do it all at the same time. Okay? All right, I'm going to use green. Y is less than negative 2x minus 3. I know it's going to be a dotted line because it's less than. I'm going to start at negative 3. I'm going to go down 2 and right 1. And if I can't do that, then I go opposite. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. Okay? And now this is a dotted line. So it's a dotted line. If y is less than, am I shading above or below? I'm going to shade below. So I'm going to shade everywhere below this line. Okay? Now, there is something you have to know, and that is called the double. This is very important, and I write it down. Shaded area. The double shaded area is where all of my good answers are. Okay? What do I mean by double shaded area? I mean the area where I have green and purple. So in this graph, my double shaded area is all of this, where I have green and I have purple. Okay? So let's go look at my questions down here. My questions ask me, are these points a solution? How do I know if these points are a solution? They have to be in the double shaded area. So I have point 1, 4. So 1, 4. That's point number 1. Is point number 1 a solution to this problem? No. So in your green box, you type no. How do I, oops, let me change color, sorry. No. How do I know? It is not in double shaded area. It's not there. It's somewhere else. Okay? Number 2 is negative 3, 0. So here's number 2. Is number 2 a solution? Yes, it is. Why is number 2 a solution? Because it's in the what? Not the shaded area. It's in the double shaded area. So yes, because it's in the double shaded area. last one. 0, -3, and this one's the trickiest. What do you think, yes or no? I got 2 no's. Does anybody think yes? Why do you say no? Because it's on what line? It's on a dotted line. Very good. So no, because it's on a dotted line. Now, I'm going to ask you 2 what ifs. Okay? So this isn't on your paper, so pay attention. What if it was on this point right here? I'm going to put 4 with a question mark. Is that a solution? Yes, why? It's on a solid line that's located where? In the double shaded area. So if we want to write it down, I can say the question 4 is yes. But what if I put it on this solid line? Is that an answer? Why not? It has nothing to do with my double shaded area. Okay? This is the most important word right here. Double shaded area. Questions? Okay, then your assignment today, before you leave class, you need to have page 4 and page 5 completed before you leave my class. That's 7 graphs. I know you can do 7 graphs before you leave class today. Okay? In just a few minutes, I will show you where your homework is located and when it is due by, because it's going to change. It's not homework every single night. It's going to change, okay?